Hi, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing the U-Tec Ultraloq U-Bolt smart lock with hub. We recently bought a house out in Pennsylvania to do Airbnb with and have as a weekend home, and we're going to put in a Wi-Fi lock that we can control remotely to set codes for people when they're coming in, and also just have it a little more convenient to not need a key to access the house. The lock that we're going to be replacing is the one over here. We're going to be replacing both the deadbolt and the lower lock. We're going to be replacing this one with a non-keyed lever. That way we don't have to worry about anyone accidentally locking on the way out and not being able to access the building again. Let's get started with the contents of what's in the box when you get it. So I did order it directly from U-Tec themselves. It took a while to get here with all the holidays and everything, and all the lovely shipping and mail issues that have been going on here in the Northeast. I've been having issues too with Amazon and trying to get stuff in a timely fashion, but alas, it is here. So this is the hub, and I believe it's connected via Bluetooth to the lock itself, and this will connect to the Wi-Fi in the house, that way we can control it remotely through the app. Also, if you have Alexa or Echo or any of those lovely devices, you can also control the lock and turn on the skills. That way you can ask it if it's locked or if it's not locked, and it'll tell you. So this is kind of like the main unit on the inside. Comes with a set of batteries. This is one of the plates to put everything up inside once you're finished. All the associated hardware, and there is actual keys to it too in case the batteries ever die. That's just the lock itself. A little more hardware. Oh, look at that. It actually comes with its own screwdriver, so you don't even have to have any tools to actually put it in. That's actually pretty nice. And then here's the actual lock. Again, it's got an actual tumble in there, so you can still use a key, and the buttons just, work when you push them. So for the batteries, to replace them whenever they die, it says they will last about 8,000 functions, 8,000 locks and unlocks. I don't know what that translates into as far as time-wise, but I'll probably replace the batteries once every 6 months at a minimum. So that just pops off there. It comes with AA batteries. So batteries just go in like so. And it's already lit up and making noises. So yeah, the hub is connected to the lock via Bluetooth, and then this hub is what connects to the Wi-Fi. So that's how that works. Alright, and these locks to replace are pretty simple. They're really held on by just 2 screws. Some of them may have a little bit of a different configuration, but for the most part they're kind of straightforward and just standard as far as how they go on and come off. So 2 little screws. Open the door a little bit. 2 little screws. You got one there, and you got one there. They're just Phillips, and just unscrew them. And simple as that. I'm not going to swing the camera around, but there's 2 more Phillips screws right on the actual striker over here. I guess push pin, what you call, as far as what goes into the frame in order to actually lock the deadbolt. And that's it. So that's the part that goes inside the door to actually go through the frame to deadbolt. I realize this door has seen better days. This will be a project in the springtime. I actually went to go and try to replace it not too long ago, but it has a metal frame and it's in the basement. It's a walkout basement. When they poured the foundation, all the excess concrete went into the frame itself, so that concrete's going to have to be cut out, and that's a pretty big job, but that'll be a springtime chore. So first things first, we've got to put the push pin in, and there is a up mark, so make sure you put it the correct way, and we're just going to put it back in there. Depending on how far your hole is in will also depend too on what size you have. It's either 2 3/4 or 2 3/8, and to adjust that, just turn this and then pull it like that to go out to the wider one. If you happen to run into the issue that I just did, what was happening was this pin was actually pushed out about another ½ inch or so. And what happens, in order to adjust it, when you're turning this from side to side in order to get it where it needs to be, when you're pushing it back out, you want to just hold the end of it push in and then turn it back up, and then it's going to be at that correct length. So that was that. That was pretty simple after I figured it out. All right, and now we're going to mount the striker plate. I did have to pre-drill in 2 holes here for the screws since this is a metal casing, but other than that, it should be pretty good otherwise. All right, and now I'm just going to test it to make sure it lines up. So to test it, I'm just going to turn the little tumbler in here. There we go. Goes in nice and easy. Now putting all this back on, I did happen to go back through the directions. You want to have this little blade horizontal when you're putting it through. Just going to run the wire back through the bottom. Make sure the blade is horizontal. That's that. And mounting plate, I'm going to put that back on. Again, you want to run the wire through the bottom, like so. And that's it. I'm going to finger tighten these first. Put that back where it belongs. Also, when I was reading in the directions, depending upon the thickness of your door, you may need to trim this. I don't know if I'm going to have to yet. I hope I don't have to. Seems like my door is fairly thick, so I think we're okay. That's it. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see if it works. There we go. So there's a little clip on the cord. You want to make sure that gets through there. And with this, oh, forgot. So I installed the batteries a lot earlier. I guess you don't want to do that until the very end. Just want to kind of wrap the cord around here. And you want to make sure you're on the unlock, like so. So you have these 2 tiny little screws hold on the actual unit. Now we'll put the batteries back in. Alright, had a couple little technical difficulties off camera, so I had to finish everything up. But got the other regular lever installed and got the lock installed. Right now, I ended up taking off the striker plate. It is a metal door and a metal bracket, so I'm not worried about it being able to be pushed in. When I replace the door later this springtime, then we'll get the striker plate on properly so it's functioning okay. But otherwise, the lock is pretty simplistic and it works very well. It is turned on right now to the auto lock feature, so it will lock after about 20 seconds. Otherwise, setting up on the U-Tec app is pretty easy. So right now we'll see it connected. And it's going to say locked. So now it's locked. Unlocking, you'll see it turn. And then locking again. And that's it. Pretty simple. You do need to pair the bridge after. So you're going to go into the settings, and I'll do a screen share of this after. You can go down to a paired bridge, and then you'll go through all your actual settings over here to pair it. And then once you have the bridge paired, then you can access it remotely. Alright, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching this video. I will do an update on it in a couple months after I've been using it, just to know how it works with different people going in and out, and then just see how everything works out with it. So if you happen to like this video, you can always hit the like down below. Also, if you like gadgets, gizmos, things like that, reviews, I do videos from time to time, so you could always hit subscribe so you know when I upload. Thanks again for watching the video, and have a great day.